Halo, this is the Mega Construx Halo Fireteam Dagger set. Comes with the usual number of 4 figures, plus a terrain build, which in this case includes a bit of a turret installation. What they've done is used a couple of the smaller terrain plates on the sides, and then they elevated this platform in between with a couple of clips on the side to hold on to a couple of extra projectiles, and then they integrated actual working projectile launchers into the build. So this is able to actually shoot. These things out here are the triggers for it, so you can pull or squeeze in from the side on one of those and off that goes. Those actually work pretty well. I'll angle this one up a little bit more, shoot it out. Oh wow, yeah, that actually works quite well. Very happy with the action of that. There's what it looks if you leave those projectiles out, so you just end up having what appears to be just a tube, a munitions tube, which may look a little bit better on display. I'm not sure what they were going for here in terms of the source material, whether they were going for a Halo 4 style rocket pod or a Halo 5 style one. I think it's a little bit more like the Halo 5 style, kind of, but it's not really either directly. It's an exclusive printed piece there for Fireteam Dagger itself. That's actually, I'm pretty sure, just for this set and this set alone. I think this is the first time that I've seen them use the figure speckled plastic that's normally only used up to this point on the figures themselves or the armor pieces in just regular bricks. Usually they'll use more marbling for the brick pieces. So that's interesting to me. It matches the figures a little bit better. This whole thing can rotate around. You can change the overall height of it, and you can completely change the angle of it. And like I said, these are just a couple of spare projectiles on the side, one little plant, and a couple of sandbags, and that's that. The figures are, left to right, Hermes, Wetwork, Centurion, and Technician. The first and last of which being based on the female torsos and body armor. They are not going to make male versions of those because these work out just fine. Not sure why Wetwork is leaning forward, but you see that each of them gets their exclusive Fireteam Dagger print on the left shoulder armor. They do not get that print on the right shoulder armor. It's just the standard setup there. For weapons, on the left is the kind of medium dark olive drab colored Hydra. And if I could have talked to Mega, let's say, what was that, 2 or 3 years ago before they introduced their Hydra, and I could have said, let's say you're going to only ever make one Hydra in one set, and it's only going to be in one color, and let's say it's not going to have any paint application or print on it whatsoever. Make it in that color right there is what I would have told them. That's the perfect, just kind of default color for a Hydra, I would say. The next one over with the Wetwork is a Saw, and that's actually in a gray color, not much metallic flake in that, if any intentional, followed by a single SMG and then the modern battle rifle style on the far right. You can't go wrong with the green color scheme. You know, it's just the classic. You see that this does use that same speckle color combination, so not just plain green. And I think all of these look good. They're good to have. I really just can't complain. Can't really say much about them. It's just adding more troops that we can use for our layouts, for our dioramas, for our desk setups, for wherever you want. The Centurion has just a little bit of a mess up on the visor there with just a little bit of paint that came down kind of onto the bridge of the nose, but that's just a small little error that most people probably won't get, and that's easy to scrape off. It's interesting that they put Centurion and Technician in the same set though, because their helmets look quite similar in their overall design, especially if you look at them from a distance. Yeah, sure, you can get up close and yeah, okay, there's differences, but from a distance they don't really stand out from each other. Not my favorite kind of background build this time around. It looks a little bit plain to me. I think part of that is because of the very rectangular shape of this base section right here that the platform is on, and also part of it's from just the stand, kind of the post beneath the turret that is kind of lacking, kind of skinny, just feels like it needs some bulking up there. But the figures are fine, and the weapons are fine as well. Really not much else for me to say here. Nothing spectacular, nothing that really stands out in a good or bad way. So that's it for this video. I'm going to wrap up. Thank you for watching. I'm going to get to work on my next video, so I'll be talking to you again soon.